right, Trent. So this situation, I believe, I'm pretty sure it has to do with UWU Market. I think it's because I think it's because UWU Market is still working with Powder, and obviously, Powder, you know, uh, Elf Hitler or whatever the fuck. So people are freaking out and trying to cancel UWU Market, or they're trying to pressure UWU Market to drop these quote unquote problematic creators. I'm not 100% familiar with this situation. So this is actually gonna be my first time getting introduced to what exactly went down with this whole situation. So I am quote unquote excited, I guess.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So over the years, I've made many videos talking about individuals leading cancellation campaigns targeting content creators and or companies over wrongthink and other problematic behavior. And in all those situations,
It's always
it
the wrong
typically involves
think,
an
man.
individual who is a massive hypocrite by their own standards. And
Ruh,
today
ruh,
we're
raggy.
farming more content involving a situation just like that, but this one is special. This involves layers of hypocrisy that I have never seen before.
I'm
including
excited now.
behavior that is quite frankly deranged and celebrating and even encouraging violence against those who think differently than the person leading the charge in this latest cancellation.
Very, I don't know, chat. Sounds like Nazi behavior. I don't know, I'm sensing some irony here.
Campaign. Now, where do we begin? Well, we begin with the company UWU Market, which is a merch company I've been working with for around 4 years. They have been a great partner.
Yeah, UWU Market is awesome, chat. My personally own shit from UWU Market. UWU Market is great. They got some really good quality shit. And I respect them a lot for continuing to work with creators that are considered to be more problematic, right? They still, got Leaflet on there. They got Strawby. They got Rev. They got Powder. They got Kirsha. So yeah, massive respect to UWU Market. They're great.
Not only do they provide great merch, they're also someone who's had my back and the backs of many content creators who work with them. And as per usual, every time I have a current merch drop with them, somebody out there is trying to cancel the company. And this time, this individual is leading the charge, an individual named Kyle, who had this to say, calling out UWU Market for working with grifters like Powder.
It's always the grifters, man. It always comes back to the grifters.
Well, of course, promoting themselves in the first reply
Lamau.
of their post, canceling someone for being a grifter. Very ironic. We're going to get into the layers of hypocrisy and the deranged behavior of this individual in just a second, but I'm going to do the most logical thing in this situation, and that is promote myself. Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you're already aware, I have a plushie campaign with UWU Market live right now. We are over 200% funded with about 2 weeks to go on this campaign. Check it out, guys. It is the original Rev design here. I'll give you the 360 view. This little Revling needs a home, ladies and gentlemen. This not only greatly supports this channel, but it really sticks it to individuals like the main protagonist of this video who are trying to cancel UWU Market and creators like myself. It really, really gets under their skin when you support campaigns like this. And not only will you accomplish that, you'll get a great product that supports this channel. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting this campaign. I'll put a link to this in the pinned comment and the description. Please give it a quick look. And if you want to support this campaign, I would greatly appreciate it. So, who is the individual that is leading this charge here? Well, it's this Kyle individual, and this is their post. So they say, hey, at UWU Market, I see you're hitting my business email to strike a partnership. It's a big opportunity, and I appreciate you looking out for the boy, but I don't want to work with companies that support grifters like Powder. If
Very self-important. So, okay. I'm assuming he's saying that it's a huge opportunity for himself, right? I never heard of this guy, so I don't know. I'm not sure if he is trying to say that it's a huge opportunity for UWU Market to work with him. I don't think that's what he's saying. I'm pretty sure it's the other way around what he's saying. But very self-important, don't you think? If if it's a big opportunity for you to work with them, I don't really think you have the leverage to dictate who UWU Market works with.
If you ever
Let's
start
calm
caring
down a
about
little bit,
real
buddy.
people, let me know. Maybe we can work something out. Till then, I'll figure it out on my own. No hard feelings, just standards. See ya. Well, first,
Generational fumble. Actually, generational fumble. Bro is not going to work with UWU Market, which is, in my opinion, one of the biggest VTuber merch stores in the business. They're one of the biggest. They're, in my opinion, one of the most well known. And bro is not going to work with UWU Market because he's scared of the grifters.
of all,
Generational
it
fumble.
could have been a private conversation. Like if
Are you going to tell me that you're going to stop doing whatever you do on YouTube because they're grifters on there? Are you going to stop doing streams on Twitch because they're grifters there?
if you have issues with UWU Market,
Generational fumble.
you could have just
Fucking
like
idiot.
emailed them back instead of making a public spectacle out of this entire situation.
Yep.
And also try to rope in other content creators
attention
and try
whore.
to cancel the company. And also, this is not their first rodeo here. They love this sort of
Classic.
Karen behavior, okay? They do want to speak to the manager any time they can. In fact, in the last month alone, this is now the third time they've tried to get someone's sponsors removed. In this scenario right here, tagging companies like GamerSups because FanFan refused to, I guess, condemn the use of the dreaded R word in her community. And then you can see them tagging Vialore, trying to, I guess, get Vialore to drop one of their talents for being transphobic, according to this individual, not knowing that the talent in question is the owner of the company.
Yeah.
So they're literally
yeah, that's not gonna go well for you, buddy. That is, dude. That honestly made my day. That is the stupidest shit I ever. That made my day. That is so good. That made my day. Oh god, that really made my day. Holy shit.
tagging the person they're trying to cancel to get action made against them. It's very funny, but the sort of crux of their entire tweet, right, is focusing on the grifters, including
Oh no.
Powder,
Ah!
content creator we have talked about
Not my favorite Pakistani elf.
a bit recently. Powder derangement syndrome is a very real thing. Just like
I know. I don't know what's been happening, but everyone can't stop thinking about Powder. Like, shout out to Powder. That's how you know you made it in the business, man. When people got derangement syndrome for you, you made it. You made it, son. You made it, my son. Shout out to Powder, man. We love Powder out in these parts, all right? Powder's mega based.
many other derangement syndromes out there. And Powder would do what I guess any person would do in the situation and mock it, reply. I mean, that's the best thing you can do, right? If someone's going to come after you, you can self-promote. They're basically opening the door for you. So Powder says, thanks for promoting my merch. They recently reached out to work on another project with me too, but I'm still deciding what's best for my people. And then Kyle really channels his inner Mugen with this deranged response, saying, oh, hey, I know you. You're the effing loser that chuds pay to pretend to agree with them. I hope the thought of weird, stinky Nazis off to you keeps you up at nights. So not only is that first part just utter projection and just a complete
sick burn, buddy.
crazy thing to say, that last part in particular, when are we going to start calling out this behavior? Like these weird sexualized comments. It's the second time this week
Buddy,
a
weird.
creator has said something like that to Powder.
I don't know, chat. Powder needs to Me Too these guys, man. Yo, chat. We need to help Powder Me Too these boys, alright? This is getting out of hand. First we got Muujin writing his BBC Powder fanfics. Now we got this. I don't even know what the fuck to call this. This is getting out of hand, chat. I don't know. We gotta do something about this. They can't keep talking about my queen this way. This is unacceptable. They can't keep talking about my favorite Pakistani elf like this. It's fucked up, man.
Being the other one. I mean, do you have to just like put pronouns in your bio to be immune to criticism when it comes to saying hyper-sexualized stuff completely unwarranted to other individuals on Twitter just because you're mad about them? And in this case, you're mad because they're a grifter? I mean, that's the whole point, right? They're not canceling her for any other sort of reason. They're saying they...
It's kind of funny, right? She's basically getting canceled because she allegedly doesn't believe what she spews. It's kind of a funny reason to cancel someone. Like, you're not going to cancel her for the things she says. You're going to cancel her because you think she doesn't believe the things she say? What?
It won't work with UWU Market because
someone make it make sense,
is a
please.
Grifter. You know, all these grifters working with
my
UWU
worst
Market.
nightmare. My
Let's
personal
talk about a grifter.
boogeyman.
Okay, this is what a grifter looks like. Someone who makes a call-out post calling out grifters, and the first thing they do is promote their Twitch stream in the replies. That's the first thing they do. That sounds like grifting behavior to me, okay? And then they respond to that saying, this one really made y'all mad, which means it served its purpose, which, you know, yeah, everyone's seething so much. Everyone's just pointing and laughing at you for being a Karen and trying to get a company canceled and a creator having their sponsorship taken away for being a grifter. Meanwhile, this is you down here literally bragging about having 500,000 impressions in under a month on Twitter. This is absolutely diabolical, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe this is crazy work. Bragging about Twitter impressions. Not only is it hypocritical when we're talking about grifting and all this person clearly is thriving on the attention. They don't actually care about
that dopamine hit different.
About the post that they're making in the first place. But they're bragging about their Twitter impressions, which they're flexing on other people. Like, this is a different tweet where they're saying get mogged, showing off their Twitter engagements. I mean, this is literal V-tweeter behavior. They care more about Twitter impressions than anything else, let alone the supposed campaign they're leading against UWU Market. And it gets even more ridiculous. They respond to their own post, quoting themselves when they're getting backlash, of course, saying, "You did it, kid," with a video showing that they have this sort of AI summary of the situation, and it features themselves. Now, this person doesn't really seem to understand that these sort of headlines, these AI-generated headlines, are largely focused on what you're looking at. So if you're looking at this situation a lot, as this person clearly is, because they're responding to literally dozens, if not hundreds of people over the situation, the algorithm in the search bar is going to give you some AI summaries of things you've been looking at. So obviously it's going to give you this. I mean, things with a couple dozen people talking about it ends up in this AI summary. And also, oh, AI? Right, this person hates AI.
Ah, shit! Damn, bro. Every time. I have no words. What happened? Man, I'm so disappointed. Bro just drained the Atlantic Ocean with this one. That is crazy.
When it,
That's
I guess,
crazy work.
serves the attention that they're seeking. But let's continue with the grifting, right? This person points out, complains that Powder is a grifter while grifting on X. Classic. And this person says, Kyle says, yes, because spreading the word about a bad merch company is grifting caught me red-handed. Now, if it wasn't bad enough, right? If it wasn't obvious enough that they're just doing this for attention and interactions on Twitter, realize this person has a blue check mark next to their name. Okay, they're paying Elon Musk and Twitter to have this badge. It's around $10 a month.
God damn, it's $10 a month? Holy.
Okay, and this means that you can earn revenue for your impressions. Look at this person and the way they've talked about blue check marks next to people's names for years. Saying, number one, it's basically a label for conservatives. And also, anytime you see a check mark, you know you're about to see the dumbest effing opinion known to man.
Very ironic.
Saying this website is literally just a bunch of vapid Twitter blue users farming engagement through the same low-effort BS.
Look in the mirror, buddy. What are we talking about here? You ever look in a mirror before? I'll buy you one if you want. They're not that expensive, buddy.
Another one saying, that's it. I've had it. I've installed an extension to block every single paid Twitter blue user.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
Is
the thing.
Helpable, ladies and gentlemen. But wait, the blue checkmark actually goes even further. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you your trans ally. Yes, that's right. Not only are they a person who seems to be supporting the Hogwarts Legacy harassment campaign back in 2023, they said this about Twitter Blue users, that Twitter Blue is a direct line to another famous anti-trans billionaire dweeb. So they believe that buying Twitter Blue is directly funding anti-trans billionaires like Elon Musk. It's harming trans people. Well, a month...
Raggy. Well, that's not good. What are we gonna do about this one?
A month after that, they say, Happy International Trans Day of Visibility. I will fight for you until...
What the fuck is that? Y'all boys already got a whole fucking month. Y'all still need days? Goddamn, greedy.
Until the day I die. Well, I guess the fight ended, and also, I guess they're no longer visible because they don't really seem to care too much, because then they went out and bought Twitter Blue, which apparently is hurting trans people by their own standard.
So many trans people just got gassed.
You can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen.
This guy single-handedly caused it.
So in another tweet about Twitter Blue, they say, if I see one more dumb blue check with a name like blah, blah, blah that can't spell, I'm going to do something drastic. And then down here, they make this meme, which at first I want to pretend is just a meme and a joke. But then again, this person does seem genuinely unhinged. And this is where it gets a lot darker, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, as I say, with every single person who's acting a fool on Twitter and talking about empathy and trying to do the right thing, keyword search Charlie Kirk, and you'll see Kyle here celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Classic.
Celebrating the fact that his wife is now a widow and his children will grow up without a father.
Classic. Absolute classic. This is a hood classic right here, chat. These empathy warriors are always the biggest pieces of shit you will ever have the dishonor of learning about. It is insane. Like, I don't understand how somebody can claim to be an empathy warrior and do this type of shit. Like, okay, sure, I'll look at you as a prime example of what a good person is.
Because he was assassinated for his political views.
R.I.P. to the
And
goat,
look at
man.
this. Look at the switch up. Back in 2018, Kyle here, tagging a literal dead man, by the way, tagging XXX Tentacion, talking about how he changed so many lives with his music and he didn't deserve to die. Well, interesting. He has empathy for a guy who, by the way, in an audio recording, admitted to beating the lights out of his girlfriend. That guy didn't deserve it. And the trial, by the way, never completed because, well, he passed away before the trial was completed. That was back in 2018. He thinks he deserves empathy, but then when Charlie Kirk's assassinated, he's jumping up and down for joy, celebrating it because he didn't like his opinions, his political beliefs.
Very ironic. And by the way, I do think that X's murder was also very sad and not deserved at all. I mean, the guy was 20 years old. I mean, that's extremely fucking young to die over a fucking bag or a designer bag. Like that's insane. But yeah, I mean, obviously he did bad things in his lifetime, but I still think it was very sad that he died. Just how I think that it was very sad that Charlie Kirk died. So, I mean, I don't know. Does that mean I'm more empathetic than the empathetic left chat? Does that mean I'm more empathetic? I don't know. Maybe.
2018 to now. You know what this is called, ladies and gentlemen? This is called radicalization.
Yeah.
This is radicalization. This is years in the works. You have a person tweeting this back then, showing empathy for XXX Tentacion of all people, and then celebrating the assassination of someone like Charlie Kirk. This doesn't happen overnight, and it is absolutely outrageous to see. But it doesn't end. It continues. Back in 2023, you can see Kyle here telling Kid Rock to off himself. Why, you ask exactly? Because Kid Rock posted a video boycotting blue light. And according to Kyle, well, that's a step too far. Also, Kyle has an issue with chibi reviews and is a hypocrite
classic.
yet again.
I could have seen it coming from a mile away, man. Just based off all the people that he hates, makes perfect sense that he wouldn't like chibi.
So, responding to this post where Chibi was talking about a very dire situation he was in, a very, very tough road he was in at the moment. If you know, you know. If you're aware of the situation, he was going through a horrible time, and Kyle would respond by calling him a predator grifter. And then when someone points out that, well, you can't tell the difference between fiction and reality, Kyle calls that person a predator as well, and then says, keep yourself safe, which, you know, just use the first letters of these three words, and it is a way of subtly, not so subtly, telling someone to off themselves. So not only do they continue that behavior, but they're saying you're a predator over fictional content. Well, unfortunately for this guy, he's a hypocrite once again, saying he stumbled upon an anime called Call of the Night. And it's one of the most beautiful and serene shows he's ever seen. Well, Kyle, did you know that there's a fan service and romance involving a character in her 30s and a 14-year-old? What does that make you by your own standards? Because you can't separate fiction from reality.
You cannot make this stuff up, man. You really cannot make this shit up. Rules for thee, not for me. Oh boy.
Apparently.
That's good. That's good. That's
many
good.
Such cases.
I like that.
You know, the your likes are public moment. We don't even need likes to be public anymore.
I know. People will just post it themselves. We don't even need the likes anymore, man. Your posts are public, buddy.
People just post things that out themselves as massive
Bro is so
over fiction.
He's either grifting about watching that anime, or it's a rules for thee, not for me type of situation.
But of course, we'll add in Asmongold derangement syndrome as well, because of course,
Naturally, to be
Kyle
expected.
tagging Asmongold, saying your dad would be ashamed of the Nazi his son has become. Glad he's not around to have to watch you make a fool of yourself. Well, number one, you're glad he passed away. That's a very
The empathetic
insane
left, baby.
and disgusting and ghoulish thing to say. But also, let's think
The
about the
empathetic.
label you're attaching here. Who sounds more like that? Asmongold or the guy who's constantly wishing death and violence upon people who think differently than him?
I know.
I wonder who the
Someone do the math on that.
label applies more fairly to. On top of that, you're glad he's not alive to see Asmon make a fool of himself. Have you seen what kind of a fool you've been on the internet? In fact, you've been such a fool that recently you had to take a break from Twitter. This person's been on Twitter since 2011, by the way, despite saying how much they
Jeez
hate it, they
Louise.
can't leave. This is their hellscape. They cannot escape whatsoever. In fact,
Shit's like heroin. Bro needs to get off that black tar heroin, man.
their latest crash out, their latest break that lasted 2 seconds, was because they were getting
Classic.
so upset about things that they were afraid they were going to take it out on people they care about. That they're so unhinged
Very stable person.
that they're going to take it out on other people. Like, are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of your behavior? Are you proud of this campaign you're launching against UWU Market, attacking all these people? And as pointed out by Darling Straub, my wife, she quoted Kyle
Hey, wife
saying
campaign-
trying to
wife-
drag a good company that is
Fuck. Wife mentioned. Wife cameo.
done nothing but try to support VTubers into your petty internet drama is very lame.
Yeah,
And
Uwu
then
is
she
based.
says, anyways, buy my plushie, because yes, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey.
my wife's plushie is live as well. She is 150% plus funded as well.
Hey,
If you want to
Pog.
check out her adorable plushie, you can as well. I'll put a link underneath mine as well. Please support her campaign if you wish as well. She is absolutely killing it. I'm very proud of her. She is doing a great job on this campaign, but you might notice
Shout out to
something
Straub.
about her quotes. It says this post is unavailable. Well, that's because
Ruh-roh,
Kyle
Raggy.
blocked her.
Ah! Fuck! Classic. Why Straub though? That seems kind of random. The most like non-hostile person. you blocked the most non-hostile person out of everybody you could have blocked.
Instantaneously, by the way, as soon as she pointed this out. And by the way, very measured, rational, reasonable response, okay? Nothing rude. And blocking Straub in this fashion is very ironic, given the fact this guy, in like the last day, was mocking people who have to screenshot and post about someone's tweets because they're blocked. What do you think he does with my wife? He blocks her and then talks about her tweets through a screenshot. The hypocrisy literally never ends. And then Kyle says,
Bro is actually a generational retard. That is so. Oh my. Generational retard, bro. That is so good.
uh-oh,
Holy.
we upset Queen Chud with this one. Well, if she
Queen Chud. I thought that was like powder or Kirsha. I guess Straub is the Queen Chud. Okay, sure.
is Queen
guess.
Chud, I guess I'm the King Chud, but
My goat.
yeah, let's check out that label because, ladies and gentlemen, we can check the label of Chud. In case you missed it, some very sane individual made an entire Google spreadsheet of all the
I remember that.
VTubers out there. Hundreds, if not thousands of
The most employed guy on this planet.
VTubers, labeling them as various titles like woke.
Like, that's crazy, dude. I have more respect for the guy that did the fucking ovulation tracker than this guy. Like, goddamn. You made this entire spreadsheet, very, very, very large spreadsheet of all these fucking VTubers, You quote unquote did research to find out where they would land on the spectrum, and you even color coordinated it, which, I respect the dedication, I guess.
Unclear, lean woke, lean chud, or in the case of my wife, a chud. Now, the only, I guess, evidence provided here is
we chud maxing, chat. We chud maxing.
That she has a YouTube channel. There's no actual reason provided. It's just
that do make you a chud. Yeah, that's a big old chud.
her YouTube channel, and as you can see, this is the very chuddy behavior over here. Yeah, I know, very hateful conduct over here. I mean, what else can you say? But Kyle would then continue because that wasn't enough attention. So Kyle then would quote himself with a screenshot of Powder's interaction saying, update, a second plane has hit the towers. Kyle versus the Chud final bosses, showing off his weird comments that he made to Powder. Like, first of all,
the self-glaze is crazy. Like, hop off it.
You picked a fight with Powder, and she responded, now you're basically saying that everyone's coming after you? Like, what kind of victim mentality is this? Reminder that these are the people leading these campaigns to get people's sponsors pulled. They are completely and utterly unhinged. And when you apply any level, any degree of their own standards back at them, they're not only hypocrites, they're genuinely deranged. Like, have you just look at the behavior I have shown. This is a person who is showing some tendencies that, like, should raise eyebrows, okay? But this is the person trying to morally grandstand about who's allowed to work with what company, and is wagging their finger in your face. Well, guess what? I will continue to work with UWU Market with pride. And again, if you want to support this company and me, check out my campaign and check out my page.
I actually have some UWU Market merch coming in this week.
Visit my other merch. I have a whole page with UWU Market. Please go ahead and check them out. I feel like I don't promote my page enough with them. They've been an absolute honor to work with. I can say that on behalf of me and my wife, Straub. They have been an absolute pleasure to work with, and I know people who have ordered from them love the merch, and that will be just something I really appreciate, and they've always had our back. And thanks again to people like Kyle for giving the greatest promotion for this company completely without nobody asked for this. They just did this on their own. So thanks, I guess. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm streaming on YouTube on a regular basis. Started on March 1st. I'm streaming multiple times a week. Would love to see you there. So do all the things I just mentioned, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you next time.
My goat, chat. King Chud right here. Queen Chud Straub. News to me, but hey, man, fuck it. I'll take it. I like Straub. I like Rev. Alright? The Royal Chuds. I mean, honestly, this is honestly just the really funny. I think this is my favorite retard so far. I think this is my favorite retard of the year so far. You know, we'll see. Maybe somebody out-retards him. But so far, I think this is my favorite one so far, chat. I thought this was really funny. Like, bro got exposed for being a hypocrite on so many levels. It is insane. Like, that is generational embarrassment, bro. That is insane. Generational. Like, how do you come back from that? Crazy fucking work.